Snow falls slow, silent on the ground. Empty streets, just the wind's hollow sound. I walk this road like a ghost with no name. Every breath burns, but it don't ease the pain. This borrowed overcoat can't warm what you left cold. It wraps my skin, but not my soul. This borrowed overcoat can't warm what you left cold. The moon stares down like it knows my shame. Fingers of frost trace your face in the pain. The night is long, it stretches and it pulls, but the memories are sharper than the winter's cruel. This borrowed overcoat can't warm what you left cold. It wraps my skin, but not my soul. This borrowed overcoat can't warm what you left cold. This borrowed overcoat can't warm what you left cold. It wraps my skin, but not my soul. This borrowed overcoat can't warm what you left cold. shadows lean, the lights are low. We sip the dark, let whispers flow. The smoke curls high, it fades to blue. In the back room right, we danced around the truth. Your gaze a spark, a fleeting flame, a silent play, this nameless game. The clock ticks slow, but time won't soothe. In the backroom ride, we danced around the truth. Step by step and lie by lie, we trace the edge we can't deny. A fleeting spark, a bit of brew. In the backroom ride, we danced around the truth. The echo stayed, the final note, a chord decay. You turned away, the floor felt smooth. In the back room ride, we danced around the truth. Step and lie by lie, we trace the edge we can't deny. A fleeting spark, a bit of brew. In the backroom ride, we danced around the truth. Night burns slow like an old wick, empty screen glowing pale. Fingers shake but don't commit. Words, they crumble on the edge of my tongue. A silent choir, their hymn unsung. Too much weight in the air. At 2 a.m. the brass spoke what I couldn't say. Breathed through metal, carried it away. Notes in the dark where our broken stayed. Everything's heavy, a ghost on a line, every letter a landmine, each thought a betrayal, every pause divine. I trace circles on the desk with my pen, erase the truth again and again. How do I start? Where does it end? At 2 a.m. the brass spoke what I couldn't say, breathed through metal, carried it away. Notes in the dark where our broken stay.
Drown the room in amber haze. Whispers drip like honey through the maze. A bottle lean left a shadow on your face. Silent truths we traded in this tired place. The back booth kept our names in ringing glass. Secrets spilled like wine but didn't last. The air was thick, the words too fast. The back booth kept our names in ringing glass. Your laugh cut sharp like the edge of a blade. Promises born that never made the grade. Chased your ghost in the ashtray's fading glow. 1,000 questions buried underneath the flow. The back booth kept our names in ringing glass. Secrets spilled like wine but didn't last. The air was thick, the words too fast. The back booth kept our names in ringing glass.
the street lamp flickers, paints a shadow on the wall, a faint reminder of when you used to call. The night's a thief, it steals the day and leaves me here where your memory stays. At the amber hour, your goodbye lights the street, a fading glow where love and sorrow meet. The clock ticks slow, the air turns sweet. At the amber hour, your goodbye lights the street. A smoky haze drifts where our laughter used to play. The ghost of us lingers, but it won't stay. The cobblestones echo, your footsteps fade. I'm left with the shadows, the choices we made. At the amber hour, your goodbye lights the street, a fleeting flame that melts the cold defeat. The clock ticks slow, the air turns sweet. At the amber hour, your goodbye lights the street. There's the amber out, your goodbye lights the street, a golden hue that makes the loss complete. The clock ticks slow, the air turns sweet. At the amber hour, your goodbye lights the street. At the amber hour, your goodbye lights the street. Clock ticks slow, the walls don't care. Shadow whispers in the stale air. The night's a thief, steals peace away. A cold chair creaks beneath my weight. Eyes burn dry, thoughts won't abate. Ghost of her still lingers near. Black coffee, blue smoke, in a heart I can't quit. No sunrise, no hope, just a fire barely lit. Black coffee, blue smoke, and a heart I can't quit. lights fade, but I'm still here. Choking silence hums too clear. Every hour feels like a curse. Ashtray spills with a weight of loss. Every drag another coin I toss. Will she stay or drift like dust? Dust on the window light barely falls. A shadow crawls, it's me again. Walls don't echo, voices lost. What's a house when it's just a den? Empty rooms, empty halls. Every whisper fades and stalls. Call me out, but no one calls. Empty rooms, empty halls. Clock still ticking like it cares. It don't care, time's got no friend. Every step, it's hollow air. No start, no end, just pretend. Empty rooms, empty halls. Every whisper fades and stalls. Call me out, but no one calls. Empty rooms, empty halls. Calls, empty rooms, empty halls.
pocket stub from the night we met. Back row seats where the stars never set. Your laugh was a song I still can't forget. A pressed flower folded in a coffee-stained page, faded scent like a ghost from another age. Time kept moving, but the heart stayed caged. A blue matchbook kept the last of our fire. One spark left in a world of desire. Struck it once, but the flame wouldn't rise higher. An old Polaroid where your smile's off center, edges curling like the love that splintered. Still I hold it, a shrine to a cold December. A crumpled note, your handwriting rough. Words said too much but not enough. Every crease, a scar, every fold of blood. A blue matchbook kept the last of our fire. One spark left in a world of desire. Struck it once, but the flame wouldn't rise higher. Footsteps melt in pavement's haze. Moonlight whispers through the maze. Street lamps hum their lonely hymn. Time slows down, the edges dim. In amber glow, your shadow sings my name. A flicker in the dark, a spark I cannot tame. In amber glow, where silence takes its claim, I'm lost within the fire, and I'm burning just the same. Cigarette ash, the night's perfume. Fingers trace the velvet gloom. Faint reflections, broken glass, memories buried in the grass. In amber glow, your shadow sings my name. A flicker flicker in the dark, a spark I cannot tame. An amber glow where silence takes its claim. I'm lost within the fire, and I'm burning just the same.
Night swallows the road, blacker than sin. Neon buzzes, calls me in. This place don't sleep, just breathe it slow. Walls whisper secrets nobody should know. Room 9 keeps all my ghosts alive. Their voices claw, their shadows thrive. No way out, no way to survive. Room 9 keeps all my ghosts alive. River outside, it don't reflect. Just a black snake twisting necks. Moon hangs low, a butcher's blade cut through my dreams, left me betrayed. Room 9 keeps all my ghosts alive. They hum my sins, they never lie. I check in, but I can't arrive. Room 9 keeps all my ghosts alive. Room 9 keeps all my ghosts alive. They scrape my mind, they never die. No escape, no way to contrive. Room 9 keeps all my ghosts alive. Bar lights hum, shadows stretch thin. Whiskey burns, night sinks in. Fingers the glass, promises crack like brittle glass. You want it forever, but forever don't hold. When the lantern's dim, my promise goes dark too. When the lantern's dim, can't hold the light for you. Smoke curls slow, fades to the air. Your eyes gleam, but I'm not there. Every word, a thread that frays, a vow's just dust on the longest days. You wanted an anchor, but I'm just the tide. When the lantern's dim, my promise goes dark too. When the lantern's dim, can't hold the light for you. Sky turns gray, no light to hold. Eyes so heavy from the cold. Dust on the floor, whisper stories untold. I tried to fix it, tried to stay, but the dawn don't care what hearts betray. Every word just fell away. The keys on the table won't open what we broke. The cracks in the wall still hear every word we spoke. The morning is cruel, it leaves nothing to close. Shadows stretch across the bed. Ghosts of laughter now long dead. Fingers trace what's already fled. The mirror lies that don't show truth. The years we lost, the fate in you. Time's a thief, but we gave it proof. The keys on the table won't open what we broke. The cracks in the wall still hear every word we spoke. The morning is cruel, it leaves nothing to close. night hangs heavy, still as stone. Glass in my hand, I'm not alone. Fingers trace the edge, it feels so cold. The clock's slow tick, it marks my stare. Your shadow lingers everywhere. A ghost that laughs, a weight I can't hold. On the rock I count to 3. 1 for you, 2 for me. On the rock I count to 3 and let you go. Moonlight pools, it spills like wine. I drain the dark, the bitter line. A quiet war, a battle I can't win. 2 steps forward, then I fall. Your voice echoes, it's my own. I hear you call, I hear you call again. On the rock I count to 3. 1 for you, 2 for me. On the rock I count to 3 and let you go.
Fading maps, torn and burned, roads I walked but never learned. Lost my way when the stars went blind. No compass, no voice, just empty signs. I'm a lighthouse with no light, calling ships that won't return. Waves crash, but there's no fight, just a beacon left to yearn. Moonless tides, they pull and sway, promises drowned in the spray. Shadows whisper where hope once stood. The sea don't forgive, it don't feel good. I'm a lighthouse
that won't return. Waves crash, but there's no fight, just a beacon left to yearn. Halftime beats slow and deep. Oceans grown, no place to weep. What's a tower without its flame? Silent ghost with no name. Black road whispers, trees stretched tall, moonlight bleeding through it all. Headlights cut the quiet wide, tires hum a restless song. Every mile says you were wrong. Your name in my rear view keeps getting small, smaller than the lies you told, smaller than the weight I hold. Your name in my rear view keeps getting small. Houses vanish, dust trails rise, your shadow fades against the sky. Radio crackle, a broken tune, every word like a wound I trace, leaving this town without a face. Your name in my rear view keeps getting small, smaller than the nights we burn, smaller than the lessons learned. Your name in my rear view keeps getting small. answer sign like a tired old song. Flickering neon hums all night long. Rooms with thin walls where whispers crawl. Broken blinds let the shadows spill. Cigarette ghosts and a bottle half filled. Everyone running but standing still. The night clerk knows which room the lonely choose. The night clerk knows which room the lonely choose. Keys slide across. You pay your dues. Dust on the fan spins a lazy light. Sweat-soaked sheets where the lost souls lie. The mirror won't look you in the eye. Coffee's cold, but the silence is worse. Memories haunt like a heavy curse. You count the cracks and rehearse. The night clerk knows which room the lonely choose. The night clerk knows which room the lonely choose. Every door hides a truth you can't refuse. Torn pages on the floor, whispered prayers to a locked door. The weight of my sins won't rest. Shadows creep like tides on stone. My voice cracks, but I'm not alone still. I can't quiet this mess. Even the choir can't drown what I confess. Their voices rise, but my heart won't acquiesce. Every note, every hymn, it knows my distress. Hollow pews hold echoes tight. Stained glass bleeding, colored light. Yet the truth slips through the cracks. Mercy's distant, grace feels cold. I'm a story that can't
torn and burned. Roads I walk but never learn. Lost my way when the stars went blind. No compass, no voice, just empty signs. I'm a lighthouse with no light, calling ships that won't return. Waves crash, but there's no fight, just a beacon left to yearn. Moonless tides, they pull and sway. Promises drown in the spray. Shadows whisper where hope once stood. This sea don't forgive, it don't feel good. I'm a lighthouse with no light, calling ships that won't return. Waves crash, but there's no fight, just a beacon left to yearn. Halftime beat, slow and deep, oceans grown, no place to weep. What's a tower without its flame? A silent ghost with no name. The clock don't tick its side real low. The lights hum soft, they barely glow. Faded carpet like a tired ghost, holding whisper, holding dust. The lobby after midnight plays the promises we broke. The echoes in the quiet sing the words we never spoke. A jukebox full of shadows spins the dreams that couldn't stay. The lobby after midnight plays the games we threw away. A shadow moves, it ain't no friend. just the night folding in again. Doors don't close, they only creak, and the silence starts to speak. The lobby after midnight plays the promises we broke. The echoes in the quiet sing the words we never spoke. A jukebox full of shadows spins the dreams that couldn't stay. The lobby after midnight plays the games we threw away. Trace the keys of time, notes like footsteps, lost and blind. Guitar swells like voices far behind. Heavy silence sways in town. The lobby after midnight plays the promises we broke. The echoes in the quiet sing the words we never spoke. A jukebox full of shadows spins the dreams that couldn't stay. The lobby after midnight plays the games we threw away. Shadows on a blind sway slow. Neon bosoms in my veins. Faint voices bleed through paper thin chains. These thin walls know every truth I won't say, every whisper, every lie, every prayer I betray. They hear it all, they know the games I play. Footsteps echo, pacing above. A cough, a cry, a broken shove. Secrets seep like whiskey
from a cracked glass of love. These thin walls know every truth I won't say, every whisper, every lie, every prayer I betray. They hear it all. They know the games I play. Walls know every truth I won't say, every whisper, every lie, every prayer I betray. Hear it all. They know the games I play. Nights heavy on my shoulders, street lights hum a lonely tone, shadows stretch like they're crawling closer. Got no place to call my own. There's whiskey in my throat and a piano in my bones. Every chord's a broken story, every note cuts to the soul. Fingers trace the worn out keys, ivory whispers soft and low. Glass half empty or half full bleeding, either way it overflows. There's whiskey in my throat and a piano in my bones. Every chord's a broken story, every note cuts to the soul. They tremble, they cry, a melody sharp as a blade in this midnight haze. I can't escape the way taps the window hard at night. Cold breath on the glass where I write your name once, then twice, and gone. Fingers trace but I can't hold on. The streets a mirror, cracks of gold, flickers of light where the dark takes hold. Shadows in the rain, shadows in the rain, calling out my name, calling out my name. Oh, shadows in the rain. But never waits. Time don't heal, it excavates. Digging up ghosts I thought I buried deep. They rise in the dark, they never sleep. Your voice in the thunder, soft and loud. A whisper lost in a roaring cry.
The clock struck 12, the diner dimmed, a tired tune, the jukebox trimmed. The coffee cooled, my thoughts ran wide, and your name rose with the smoke off the rye. Your name, it lingered there, dancing soft in the midnight air. A fleeting ghost I can't abide. Your name rose with the smoke off the rye. The sugar stirred, the spoon's slow spin, a fragile calm, a storm within. Each breath I drew, each sigh I tried, Still your name rose with the smoke off the ride. Your name, it whispered low through the haze where shadows grow. A haunting truth I can't deny. Your name rose with the smoke off the ride. Your name, it held its sway. A phantom light to guide my way. Though time may heal, it won't subside. Your name rose with the smoke off the ride.
come whispering, soft and low, through the cracks where the shadows go. Steal above like a cage that hums. Drip, drip, drip where the silence drums. Under iron ribs, the rain spells out my life. Every drop of truth I try to deny. The cold water bites where the echoes rise. Under iron ribs, the rain spells out my life. Rust blooms red on the ghost of steel. Tracks hum low like a spinning wheel. My breath fogs up the broken night. The rain keeps falling, it's never right. Under iron ribs, the rain spells out my life. Every drop of truth I try to deny. The cold water bites where the echoes rise. Under iron ribs, the rain spells out my life. Halftime shuffle, slow and wide. Truth floods in, nowhere hide. Drip, 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 it never dies. The rain won't stop it, it never dries. The lights are low, the night feels hollow. A jukebox hums a tune I used to know. The air's so thick you could carve and follow, but it's the kind of map that never lets you go. Rye and blue notes and a promise I can't swallow, a bittersweet refrain for hearts gone astray. Rye and blue notes where the shadows always follow.
Pour another glass, dreams fade away. The bartender smirks like he's heard it all. Each story's a rerun in his repertoire. My mind's a record with a skipping call, stuck on your name and that old distant star. Rye and blue notes and a promise I can't swallow, a bittersweet refrain for hearts gone astray. Rye and blue notes where the shadows always follow. Pour another glass, dreams fade away. Clock keeps ticking, but it's out of time. The whiskey burns like the truth you won't hear. Your ghost keeps waltzing through the frame of mine, a melody of love that disappears.
Quiet hum, the clock runs slow. Whispers crawl where shadows grow. Outside the glass, the night won't speak. The air is thick, the floorboards creak. I held my breath, let the silence fly. In a window seat I counted 3 beats to goodbye. Steam rose soft, the tea turned cold. Your hand a story I couldn't hold. The words we say, too sharp to say, hung in the air, then slipped away. I searched for answers in a muted sky. In a window seat I counted 3 beats to goodbye. On a fading chord, each second a thief we can't afford. Your silhouette, a fleeting stain, echoes of footsteps, a distant train. The curtains danced, the moon stood still, a fragile thread unraveled at will. I traced your name on a fogged up pane, a fleeting ghost, a bittersweet chain. The rhythm lingered as the tears ran dry. In a window seat I counted 3 beats to goodbye. Exhaled
clock struck 1, shadows folded, the night was done. I let it in where the truth must lie. In a window seat I counted 3 beats to goodbye.
The city owns a smoky side. Its whispers hang where streetlights die. Each corner leans the night's disguise, but still I chase those fading tides. The taxi hums a weary tune. Its wheels carve circles round the moon. I told myself I'd let you be, yet here I am, haunting memory. This late cab lullaby keeps turning down your street, a shadow in the melody, a ghost beneath the beat. I swore I'd let you go, but all the pull's too sweet. This late cab lullaby keeps turning down your street. Your window glows a secret light, a lantern in the velvet night. I should move on, the fair runs deep, but love's a debt that doesn't sleep. This late cab lullaby keeps turning down your street, a shadow in the melody, a ghost beneath the beat. I swore I'd let you go, but all the pull's too sweet. This late cab lullaby